Hey everybody, welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Hi guys, it's Kat.
I'm on location here, live outside Alexis Davis's home. The sun is getting low in the sky, but the jury has come back with a verdict, and we want to get word from the horse's mouth herself. We avoided the courtroom because we knew that's where all the reporters would be. But us here on the 10th floor, Matt of the Matt and Cat duo, live right here in Port Charles, trying to get word from the lawyer extraordinaire who was able to get Willow off the hook and point the spotlight straight at one Mr. Michael Corinthos.
Yes,
We're waiting here. Hopefully she shows up and not one of her crazy lunatic daughters.
right.
Hi, everybody.
A
Good
little
morning.
bit nuts herself, though, sometimes.
Crazy lunatic self. Alexis Davis. Good morning, Kaiwan. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Carolyn. Hello, Udak. Hello, Ali Nokels. All in OCal? Hey, what's your name? Hello.
Are you in SoCal like Matt?
Oh, no.
There's SoCal in there?
I'm all in everywhere, Cal, is what it
Oh,
is. It's
oh,
everywhere, everything, all at once, California. Hello, Jeannie. Hello, Jeannie. Good morning, everybody. Climb on into the elevator. It's time to go all the way up to the 10th floor. We're going to be talking about this week's General Hospital. If you're a soap fan,
you
settle
sure
in.
will.
Settle in, soap fans. Let's get talking.
Let's get talking. What shall we talk about first?
Well, first of all, Udak. Hello, Udak. Udak is going to the defense of Molly, saying that Molly's not lunatic-y. Of the
No,
Davis
she's not.
kids. Hello, Matt Kreider. Well, yes, thank you very much, All in Ocal. All in Ocal? You didn't really can you space it out for me? Like, because you just wrote your screen name again, and like, that's what I'm struggling to read. All in Ocal? All Allie and NoCal? Well, she's local. They are local to you. Hello, Bob. Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello,
Oh, local
hello.
to me. Okay.
Chandra's dropping off some chicken piccata cups for the gang, and is going to
Ooh,
go
she got
enjoy the
fancy.
Bears.
You got fancy, girl.
Yes, thank you very much
It's
for the chicken
fancy this
piccata
week.
cups. And then go Bears. Go Chicago Bears this weekend, I guess.
Uh, I, they must be playing. We're not super football people. I mean, my husband used to be, but I don't know. I know the 49ers game was yesterday, which is our local team, and they got their butts stomped, and paid like they played like they were on like a Pop Warner League.
Hello, Allie. There we go. Boom, Allie. Allie, that's what we're going to go with. Hello, Allie. Welcome to the
Oh,
show,
hi,
Allie.
Allie.
Hello, and Melinda. Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Like I
Makes
said,
me
we're going
think
to...
of Heather Weber, Allie.
Allie
Allie.
Mills. All right, folks. Like I said, I promise we're going to talk about soap operas. We're not just going to bumble around trying to read names and talk about Pop Warner football.
No, but we got to let that little commercial perhaps go by.
Oh, gosh. What shall we talk about first, Ma? I mean, there's so many big things to cover, all right? We have young love blossoming in the
Well,
sweltering
yeah,
heat of a broken thermostat.
yes,
It's
they
our,
had hot yoga sex.
oh, yeah, that's our,
Okay.
that's our Gemma. That's our Gemma right there, doing it Sons of Anarchy style.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I thought it was cute, and I thought it was kind of appropriate timing because they've
Yeah.
been for some time now, you know.
They've been doing the Gio and the Emma thing right. I think
Yeah,
that they have been kindling that romance in a way that the audience is really connecting with. Like, we want to see these two crazy kids happy together.
exactly. When we get to see a relationship start out as a real friendship
Yeah.
and people that actually, know that they can depend on each other, and then the romance happens, it makes us want it to survive,
I mean, it
right?
definitely has a different flair and flavor than the young love that we've gotten recently. It feels different even than Trina and Spencer, however much everybody loved the Sprina romance. It didn't quite come together like this either, you know? They had immediate, like, I like you in energy, even when he was dumping paint all over the previous actress who played Trina.
Yeah. But I
Oh,
thought it was cute. I thought, the thermostat being stuck on, what was it, stuck on 87 or something?
hot enough to be an aphrodisiac.
Yeah, it was hot. It was hot. They were glistening.
They were, and they couldn't call the super
It
for
looked
whatever
like
reason.
they're from the Twilight movie, they're glistening,
Just sparkling in the moonlight. That's what they were
sparkling in
doing.
the moonlight. Yeah.
Yes.
And Emma is starting to get pretty concerned about Anna, which she
Rightfully
should be.
so. Rightfully so.
And now Brennan's getting concerned about Anna too.
Well, so this week we have seen what I am going to call the seismic shift of Jack Brennan. It is clear that backstage at General Hospital, they sat down and they made some decisions.
You think so?
Who shot Drew? What's going on with Five Poppies? Which I'm just going to call it the Five Poppies story, even though that place is no longer relevant. Uh, what's going on with the Five Poppies story? What's happening with Anna? Why do they have Anna? Because at first, kidnapping Anna was just to give Finola her vacation.
Yeah, to
Her
give her a little
annual
time.
vacation, which she hasn't seemed to have taken in a little while. So, She took her break, so they kidnapped Anna. And in that meantime, they figured out why.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what?
And
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, especially the early on stuff.
hey,
I bet
Cassie.
they just did like a Finola day and they just had her film all these little snippets.
I think that she's back. I think her vacation's over, and they're moving forward with why she's there, and we're going to see a lot of her being kidnapped and her eventual escape or rescue. Maybe even a reunion with Valentine, because I didn't expect to see him snooping around Spoon Island so quickly. But here
I
he
didn't
is.
either. And I didn't think he'd be so sloppy right away.
I
You know,
think, maybe I understand assuming that the Switch would still be there. I was surprised that it wasn't. But also at the same time, I think that one would maybe do a little research somehow. Maybe look up a new building plan just in case something's changed. I don't. I've never been in the life of Valentine. I really can't criticize too deeply.
I don't know. But you know what? I think if he ever gets the house back, he should put the switch back in because that was a very cool thing
But they
when
got
they did the switch and then the wall moved by itself.
yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, but I guess Ryan had used the walls or something. So I can understand why Ava got rid of him. Anyway, so they should move the Switch, though. They should put it in a statue's head, like old Batman style, where they flip the head backwards and have to push the red button.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
It's perfect. It's
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah, her vacation's over, says Allie, and she wonders what do they want Anna for? They want Anna because of the faison of it all.
Yeah, Faison is connected. I do think that his brain is in a jar.
I
I
don't
really
think.
do.
Yeah, I do not think that faison is alive.
No, I don't think he's alive either. But obviously, they want to drive her crazy.
They want to drive her crazy, and for why?
I really don't know.
They want to drive her nuts because they want her to slip. I think, and I could be wrong, or I could be dead right. I think that she might know something about Faison's final project, some sort of, how Laura remembered that
Oh, like
formula.
she's got the little the missing
She's
puzzle
got the
piece in
missing
her
puzzle
brain.
piece in her brain somewhere, and they're trying to get her to go nutso hallucinate so much this whole Faison history, and even hallucinating Obrecht being the phlebotomist, right?
Yes.
To that point where they want her to, like, I don't know, break to a point where she's like, you can't do this, Cesar. Nobody can know that your secret ingredient is lithium. And then, Sonny's pills are gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That sort of thing. That's
Like
what I
that.
think. That's what I think.
Huh.
So, yes, I think that Faison is absolutely 100% dead.
I do too.
I think that the voice at the end. So, hey, great job bringing Anders Hove back into this thing, even though he's dead. Or the character
Sure.
is dead.
Yeah.
So that's
But they
cool.
are going to bring him back. I think we're going to actually see him on screen.
Have a vision, a
I think we're going to
hallucination.
see it. Yeah, just like when Laura had her dream and we got to see Esme for a hot minute.
Yeah. All right. I'm with that too. So this dude strolls back in. We got the voice over the box. All right. Now the big question, Ma, about the voice over the box, and I want to know what you think. Was it a recording from Pascal somehow getting the voice or the AI cover of his voice to continue to drive Anna nuts, or was it one of her hallucinations? What do you think?
No, I think she's actually hearing that. I think it's an AI thing
Mm-hmm.
of his of Faison's
Yeah.
voice, and I think she's already completely freaked out
Mm-hmm.
already.
Yes.
But yeah, I think he's dead, and I think that's his. Yes, I think she's actually hearing that, and the reason why I say that is because that guy said, and you said what was his name?
Callum, director Callum.
Yeah, didn't he, or it was, or maybe it was Pascal that said that. Okay, now we're ready for the next step.
Yeah. Now it's time for the next phase. We are going to
Yeah,
drive her out of
so
her mind.
that's what makes me think she actually heard it.
Yeah.
That's part of the next phase of making her, you know,
Mm-hmm.
making her completely delusional and not knowing reality from
From fantasy.
fantasy. And yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe you're right, because I can't think of any other reason why would they want to kidnap her and keep her? Because she's not really been part of the five poppy things, really. Her connection is Caesar Fizan.
Yeah, yeah, and they went to lengths to remind us of how well nobody knows him better than Anna would. So maybe she, even if she doesn't have some sort of secret ingredient buried in some recesses of her mind, maybe she understands his behavior well enough that maybe through these hallucinations, which they wanted her to have, like that nurse was like, well, the first medication made her nuts. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
exactly like we
She
wanted.
needs some Liesl.
Right?
Wouldn't it be great if Liesl winds up saving her?
Liesl and Valentine. Hey,
Yes.
I'm convinced at this point. Sorry to Valentine Carly fans out there who wish that thing would catch fire. With Valentine snooping around Spoon Island so soon into this story, for him to be like sitting in the wings until he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go check out this Jen Sidwell guy." I think that we're gonna get that reunion real quick.
I think so too. I think so too. And I was surprised at how fast they chose to have Sidwell find out that Valentine's in the house.
Oh, it's rocking, ma. I think I don't know if we February sweeps they say.
Yeah.
Entering
So,
that.
I think there's going to be a lot more. Valentine's not going to be hid very long. He's going to be found, and there's going to be confrontation
Well,
with
I mean, Ava's already seen
everybody.
him,
But I
so
was just kind of surprised they didn't have him like boot scoot around a couple more days undetected,
good. Good. Let's not do that. Remember when they did that with Nicholas all those years ago?
Hmm.
Just hiding in the corner for weeks and weeks and weeks on end, where you're just like, come on.
Yeah, then you get frustrated. As a viewer, you start getting
And
frustrated,
then they would have
and
to find like the most ridiculous places for him to duck into and hide, like whether it was behind a curtain or just around the corner, and it was just starting to get real
exactly.
ridiculous.
Exactly. I've said it before, 20 years ago when they had Jeannie walk around for days before Luke actually saw her on the lawn
With just the feet.
with just the freaking feet. It was irritating after a while. It's like if I have to steal another pair of stilettos, pointy
Yeah.
toe stilettos, I'm gonna just hammer myself in the head with one. Right.
Oh
Anyway, yeah,
no.
we know that General Hospital does not always keep a pace, but boy, they did this week on this.
They sure did. They sure did. They moved quite a bit along. But then again, in classic General Hospital style, they can't just move one story, they have to move them all.
And now that, now we're going to go to, I don't know, phase 90 of the whole Drew gets shot
Uh-huh.
because, it's not, even though a court is over,
For
the story
Willow.
is far from over.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now now Michael has to go on trial. And for Willow to come out and say, I did it. Just like you want.
Might wind up telling on
Just like you
herself.
want.
She
Just
might.
like you want, Ma. Now she's gonna have to be on the witness stand trying to get Michael in the slammer. And she's gonna turn on Drew. That's what you want. That's what you
And
called for. That's what you predicted. Your soap writing predictor was working at 100%.
You think so?
Oh yeah, I think that's what we're gonna get. I think that's what we're gonna get because, again, those writers that were like, "This is the decisions we've made, and now we're gonna write toward these decisions."
Mm-hmm.
We know that Willow is the killer, or the potential to kill the shooter.
The
We know that
shooter.
Willow is the
How,
shooter,
how?
and now we see from, I guess, her perspective. We always have to remember one thing, and I think this is important for me to say before I get any further in the Willow thing, is this show is written for us to watch. You know, like we are the audience. We are the ones that are actually alive. Um, you know,
those are fictional characters.
yeah. And so this thing, it's not about, well, the audience should know what's going on because we're watching a documentary about these real people's real lives. No, that's not the case. For the longest time, we didn't know who the killer was. And so we were watching it from we are being convinced of Willow's lies point of view, just like everybody else in town. Like, what is going on with this crazy lady? I guess she didn't really do it. This is real confusing. Michael seems like we were just as confused as anybody who lives in Port Charles.
You know, a couple of months ago, I blamed it on Danny.
Exactly.
So, no, I did not know.
Right. We didn't know. We were all seeing it from the lens of us being convinced of Willow's lies. And now that we know the truth, we don't need to be convinced of Willow's lies anymore. So now we're seeing it like from her perspective and point of view. What was really going on that we really didn't see because the show didn't want to show us it. Because we are the intended audience. We're not supposed to know everything.
You would think, though, that Willow should be so close to just snapping.
She did. She shot Drew.
Well, I mean, snapping in like, you know,
like Esme chameleon eyes.
Yeah, you know, like, because sometimes I think, you know, perhaps all this time she halfway has convinced herself that she didn't really do that.
I think she knows she really did that, and I think she's just like, I'm really going to get away with this. Yeah. I'm going to confuse everybody by marrying Drew. I'm going to destabilize Chase to make sure that he's always finding a way to make it look like Michael. Like, she manipulated that poor guy. And this week when it came to Chase and Brooklyn and the you're the top of my heap, babe, all that sort of stuff, which he didn't say but should, I do think that we're coming to also that confrontation too, where Chase realizes that Willow has manipulated.
He's been bamboozled.
That he has been bamboozled by Willow.
Yeah. And so has Elizabeth to a certain degree.
She certainly, being the head nurse who talks to everybody, Elizabeth, she's in this strange place of neutrality when it comes to all of these stories. Where, she kind of has to be friends with everybody and is going to be betrayed, but then also has to do the Bobby Epiphany thing where you have to rise above and still be that person full of advice. And they're going to start calling her Grams. You know, she's going to have to sit Willow down and be like, listen, you really did. And honestly, though, I know that people really want to see Willow at the very top of stories and have the big throes of love and romance and be the Emmy-winning actress, Becky Herbst, that we know that she can be. I understand that there's a large contingent of people out there.
Sure.
But where they have Willow right now is such an earned position on the show.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. You got to trust a character like Elizabeth in order for her to be so neutral, for her to be able to play all the sides and not have people being like, well, what's wrong with her? She's so wishy-washy. But no, you can see her experience comes through because she's been on the show in Port Charles for 25 years or whatever it's been.
She's been on a long time.
You know how I say that the old
Very
people,
long time.
you know how sometimes on the shows I'll be like, oh man, they're so old, they've been on the show for so long that they can see the soap happening. Elizabeth can see the soap happening.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Whoa!
The veteran.
Thank you very much, Kelly, for your generous donation to the channel. Along with this message, amen to the Willow not guilty verdict for now.
For now, yeah. For now. I do think that somehow she's gonna wind up telling on herself in some way or something. You know, and even though Michael's meeting with Willow is going to soften her a little bit toward him because, you know, he was saying all about the program that he found and that she will be able to see her kids and he's going to facilitate that she gets to see them as much as you can, get a part of this program and, you know, have regular visitation in jail. And then if she's like, and of course she wants to know, you know, what happens if I'm found not guilty?
It's a different conversation, Batgirl.
It's a different conversation. But she also knows that the reason why is not her.
No, she has every reason to grab Olivia's newly obtained shotgun that belongs to her now.
Mm-hmm.
and finish the job. And finish the job. Finish the job. Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing. That movie with Tommy Lee Jones, it won't. It's not real. Like, if she shoots and kills Drew, that's a different crime. She could be tried for that one.
Yeah. Not the same shooting.
It's not the same exact shooting.
No, it's not the same shooting. Um, yeah. Because I think she is going to soften to Michael just a little bit. Like, you know what? Because he always was willing to work with her. And she kind of knows that.
I think that
Especially back from the Germany story of her going to Germany. And the reason why she didn't see him is because Drew intersected.
it has to soften between the two of them because it can't remain this contentious forever. And Drew has been the entire time painted as the true villain of it all. So yes, they have to soften toward one another. Not a reunion, not a let's hook hands and we're gonna co-parent like nothing's ever gone wrong. No.
Right.
But when it comes to like the battling over custody and all of that sort of stuff, it has to come to an end. So
It has to come to an end.
totally 100%, it's going to come to an
If it doesn't come to the end, do you know how, because, Wiley's getting older, and so is Amelia too, but Wiley even more so. They're going to mess this boy up if they don't
He's
cut
already
their
messed up.
nonsense.
He's already done for, Ma. He's on a soap opera.
My goodness. And Drucifer, what can we do with Drucifer?
I don't know, but he's gonna lose he's gonna lose his usefulness to Willow once this whole trial thing is over, and so she's gonna go Splitsville on him, and so he's gonna lose that, and that's not gonna be fun for him. I don't exactly know what the future holds.
No, I know, I don't, and it would be, we don't know anything about Cameron leaving the show or anything like
not.
that.
So
they're
just
gonna do
because the
something with
story's
him.
coming to an end doesn't mean that the character has to leave the canvas. They'll come up with something.
Right. They'll come up with something. They might redeem him somehow.
I don't know
Who
if we'll go
knows?
that far. He's too good as a bad guy right now. I
know,
would
he's
hate to
too
see.
good as a bad guy.
I guess what I would want to see is them attempt to do a second villain story with him before turning him back to good, just to see if it works because he does a good job at it, or if it works because the story
I
worked.
can't wait though for that scene where Willow snaps on him finally. And and she's been playing real
Hi, Krista.
good about. She's been playing it up so much of how much she needs him and how much of a wonderful person he's been, and you've just saved me. Oh my gosh,
Oh, yeah.
she's played that up really well. He loves it, boy. He just loves it when she piles that on
we
him.
flipped it on its head for the longest time. We're like, oh, Drew, the villain who's manipulating. No. Now we're really seeing it from Willow's point of view, like I had said, where she's the one that's been pulling his strings, especially in this second half. The first half, he pulled hers. Second half, she's pulling his.
I tell you, one scene that I absolutely loved was the scene of Nina and Drew when she goes to find Willow is not home.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. When she's venomously telling him she had the misfortune of hooking up with you.
Ew. I had the misfortune hooking up with you too. Ugh, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. I like it. There was actually this sense that I got from Nina this week, and I don't know if this is just me wanting things or if there really was them planting a little bit of a subtle seeds into it. But I got the sense that Nina knows. Whether or not she knows because she was told, or she knows just because she senses it, But I just got the sense this
maybe
week.
she just senses that her daughter's guilty.
I just got the sense this week. There was just some energy, some vibe between them.
She was the only person in the court that gasped when the verdict came.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. There's just this feeling I got, and it could be nothing. It could be, like I said, it could be nothing. But I don't know, a little sense. Maybe Nina knows.
So, do you still feel like Michael saw Willow shoot Drew?
I think so.
You think so?
I think that explains the whole flashback of Michael getting in his car and looking all freaked while wet. Mm-hmm. So I think so. I do.
Okay.
Ooh, Matt Kreider agrees with me. I like that.
And Trina and Kai, you think they're going to keep their mouths shut? They're going to tell somebody something
Of course
eventually.
they're going to tell somebody. Of course. Yeah. Of course. Absolutely they're going to tell somebody, and it'll be the wrong person. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know who that wrong
And
person is.
now Drew saw Kai being friendly with Michael in court, and he gave him the evil eye.
Well, see, look at that. The Drew story's not dead. Now he's going to go after
But Drew
Kai and
didn't like
Trina.
the fact that Kai was
Oh,
up
no.
there speaking to Michael, in a friendly kind of. He couldn't hear what they were saying,
No, but
but he saw that they had some kind of connection.
that's not okay for Kai. Goodbye, Kai. Thank you for your
That's
time on
not okay
General
for
Hospital.
Kai.
You're going to find yourself reassigned like Vaughn.
Right.
It's all going to come to a head soon, I hope, says Kelly.
I know. I hope so too, Kelly. My goodness.
Earlier, Kelly said, too, that she doesn't think that we're going to get a second trial so soon, and she's probably right. We just did the whole trial thing. Something else might come up before they take Michael in front of a jury.
Yes, something else could happen. Something else could happen. Was it nice to see Diane for just a moment?
Hey, I mean, she's healthy again. She broke her leg real bad.
She did, huh?
Yeah, in real life. So she's on the mend. She's all right.
Yeah.
Well enough to be back on set. And to give her good friend Alexis some advice of, hey, you know what I have to do when I'm doing the whole mob lawyer thing, Alexis, is sometimes I just need to shut my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the gist of the
But
advice that I'm going to give you.
Alexis, when it comes to her responsibility, blah, 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 yes, she kind of did what she had to do.
It's far too late.
Yeah.
Far too late.
She did what she had to do. She really couldn't. I kind of wanted her to just blow the whole thing wide open, but as a lawyer, she kind of just had to continue the course. She probably could have lost her license again if she didn't. If she tried to throw it at the last minute.
I don't know about the extent of that. I think that even if not in practice, in real life, we'll say, even if not in practice of actual court hearings and such, the spirit of the law is meant to be justice. So I think that there is more chance of actionable something if somebody were to say, oh, in her closing argument, she knew, versus, oh, well, in her closing argument, she knew and said something. I think knowing and not saying something is, to the heart of justice, the more wrong thing. So she did the more wrong thing on the show. In the heart of justice. When it comes to like actual courtroom and all that sort of stuff, Diana's totally right. You're way too late in this thing. This is going to cause a mistrial. You can't say anything about it at this point. You're in the closing arguments. You're totally stuck. Like the point to have like understood this was weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago.
Absolutely.
Just when it comes to the
This
scheduling and the
quarter
realities.
with only 30 seconds left in the game.
Exactly. Like what are you going to do? Throw 6 3-pointers? Like that's just not going to happen,
Right.
So I think that the spirit of it, Alexis did the wrong thing. The reality of the situation was she did the only thing she could.
I think this is one of the only times that Alexis has been kind of sad that she won.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And she's been morally compromised. And what will Molly think? And all sorts of different things are playing through her head. So I don't know what the future holds for Alexis. When it comes to this particular beat of the Drew story, I've been the least invested in it because generally speaking, I don't care about kids under 12 on soaps. And so like the I need Scout in my life thing, I just don't care about really. You know what I mean? Like the whole Scout of it, like I don't care. We don't even see Scout anyway.
Well, she's one of the reasons why we hate Drew so much.
I mean, I understand her as a plot point, but when it comes to like my emotional investment in the trials and tribulation of Alexis Davis going through the throes of what she did in court in order to maintain her relationship with Scout, I'm not tuning into General Hospital to necessarily watch that unfold.
I understand.
That's all. I don't think that it doesn't have any room. I don't hate it or anything like that, but it's not what's keeping me tuned in right now.
Right.
So I don't know what the future holds for that, nor am I necessarily. But when it comes down to it, folks, you guys listen to me week over week, going, "Oh my God, the Robinson storyline. Oh my God, the Portia thing. Oh my God, Isaiah's such a weak weak-willed man. All of that week over week. And now here I am going, Portia's the queen. Where is she? We've been giving that
She's
a
still in that
break.
cabin. She's in that cabin,
Wheel her
right on her
on
belly.
back.
That's what she's
She's gonna
doing.
come on back until it's time for her to be wearing that giant belly.
I know, right?
And I'm interested. I'm interested in Portia walking into that hospital and saying, "Nobody's the dad. I'm the dad."
Actually, I thought the last time we saw Portia, they did give her the slightest, tiniest baby bump.
Yes. Yes.
The slightest, tiniest
And
one.
she's a tiny little thing too, so she should
Yes.
have an enormous baby bump. What if they do the Days of Our Lives thing, where she winds up having twins with two daddies? Is that how everybody wins in this storyline?
Well, I guess so, huh? Isaiah gets a kid, and so does
And
Curtis.
so does Curtis, and then Stella's like, "Joy." Ah.
And that daddy's like, damn.
Oh my God. I've seen a lot of things out of the road, but nothing like this. I think Trina should go to Turner, says Daisy. Allie says that Alexis is morally compromised anyway. Look at what she did to Rick.
I know. And where is Rick? Rick being back on, I think, is comedy gold and interesting. Where is he?
They just got to figure. They can't. I mean, they got to fly him out from South Carolina or wherever the heck he lives, right? And so, it requires intent. Rick is a character that is best used with intent.
It is
And so
true.
if there's no intent for Rick right now, then let's not bother. And I'm totally with that decision, because I know they'll find some intent for him. He's still in town. He's trying to bond again with Sonny. This part of the trial's over. Who knows what the future... Like I said, we're clearing out space for whatever the story is going to be next, right? So
Yeah.
maybe Rick can be involved in whatever's next.
I love that so much of story going in the next few weeks is Spoon Island. I love Spoon Island.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to all of that.
I wrote down the name Marco earlier. I wrote down the name Marco earlier for a reason. I can't remember why, though. It was during the podcast. We were talking about Valentine, Spoon Island. I don't know. Whatever. Marco's the bad guy. That's somebody that they also decided that
Lucas is going to wind up being some kind of victim.
Oh, totally.
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
Ava needs to come to her nephew's rescue. Ava needs to be a badass in all this.
When she realizes that her nephew's in danger. Hey. Because Marco is definitely, he's villainous as villain gets now, folks.
Sure, because
There's
you know
no
why?
wishy-washy fence riding
why?
with Marco. Why?
Because he's a Cassadine like his father.
Because he's a fourth-generation Cassadine. Marco did threaten Britt. Marco threatened Britt. He's like, listen, why don't you just disappear again? You can live underneath the castle and get your MF and work done. Huh? How about that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Wow.
Well, it would be a shame if Lucas ever found out. If you ever use the name Lucas against me, I will break your neck. My goodness. Marco. Okay, he didn't say that exactly, but
He really does love Lucas, it appears. And that's
going to be a huge problem.
That is his weak point.
I don't think it's his weak point. I think that it's incredibly, incredibly dangerous. I see the love that Marco has for Lucas very quickly sliding into an obsessive, protective love.
Yeah, I could see that too.
One that would justify maybe locking him into the North Tower that they're rebuilding.
Oh my God.
I've got to keep you safe, Lucas, you see. Now that you know everything that's going on, now that you discovered the secret of the 5 poppies in the lab that we have underneath the castle, I have to keep you safe and away from my father. I must lock you up here.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
spinning, you know me, folks. I could just see it, that's all.
Maybe there is a Alex part of this story that we're missing. Wouldn't that be cool?
I would absolutely enjoy that.
Me too.
Because somebody also I don't know if it was UDAC or TV Watcher, I don't know. If it was you, shout. But somebody in the chat earlier was like, well, maybe the thing that they're after in Anna's memory, potentially, that thing that, potentially, we don't know what's going on, but the thing that they're after maybe is a part of the Alex-Anna swap. Because
Could
Anna
be.
has the memories of giving birth to Peter, and so maybe it's all involved in that. And if that's the case, then you would totally bring Alex in because she don't remember.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool? I would love that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And also, what's great about using Alex is she costs no extra money.
Mm-hmm.
None whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Valentine. Now I'm sure he's figured out that there's a very good chance that Ava will not keep her mouth shut, which she did not.
No, no, no. Valentine knows that this goose is cooked.
Yeah,
By Tuesday of next week, he will have enacted some plan.
I think so
You know.
too.
And all right, so we also got to talk about the Jack Brennan of it all, Ma. We got to talk. Alex did. Hi, Kelly. Kelly says, I thought Alex died a few years ago. Alex did die a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't believe that we saw
so
Alex.
so did Nathan and Britta. So I think that there's plenty of room. It was one of those I died and fell off the side of the boat type of things, So I'm pretty sure that there's plenty
Yeah,
of room for them to bring Alex back.
absolutely. There
Marco became
sure
a bad guy
is.
and used to not be. It's true, Allie. It's true, Allie. They changed Marco. He's very bad now. They should bring Felix back for Lucas. Let's just bring somebody new in for Lucas, but then not make him evil immediately.
That
That's
would
what I
be
think.
good,
That's
huh?
what I feel. That's what I feel.
Yeah,
That's what I feel. Anyway, we have to talk about the Jack Brennan of it all. All right?
yeah.
Okay? More decisions have been made by the writers of General Hospital, and this time they have decided that Jack Brennan ain't that bad.
He ain't that bad.
Ain't that bad. I don't know if you taste it in the wind, folks, but I do. Jack Brennan went from the director of the WSB that nobody knew he was actually the director of. Actually, as it turns out, Valentine was incorrect. There is a director of the WSB one step above Jack Brennan, and that is one Mr. Director Callum.
Yeah.
And people say he looks an awful lot like Cesar Faison.
I didn't think so.
I don't know. I don't know him all that well. But, how Anders Hove didn't always look like Doc Brown?
Right.
But, back in the 80s, when he was originally
Uh-huh.
doing the stuff with Anna, he didn't look like that. He
Oh.
looked, I guess, a little bit more like Director Callum.
Cesar Faison, his nickname of Scarecrow fits it better than Anna's.
Yeah, well,
He looks more like Scarecrow.
He does. He definitely looks like a mad scientist, that's for sure.
He does.
So,
He does.
I don't know. That's what some people are saying. Oh, he looks like the guy. I don't know if that was intentional or whatever, but they got a guy. I've seen this dude before, this actor. I don't know his name or anything, but I've seen this guy. I've seen him in other stuff. I couldn't tell you what, where, or when, but he's always played the bad guy, right?
Yeah. And I still believe that we're gonna find that uh James, brother James, not little dude,
Nathan?
Nathan. I think he's part of all this too.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there on the show, and we'll get there on the podcast, especially when the show gets there. But when it comes to the Jack Brennan, they figured out that Jack Brennan, he ain't so bad. There's one step above him, and it's only a matter of time before this director Callum was the target all along, because we've already seen the tension. Callum was already like, tell me everything, and Jack was like, no man, I've already been betrayed twice by 2 double agents. I've had to get rid of my best guy Vaughn. I'm not going to tell you anything about my op, you son of a bitch. Now get out of my room. So you could they're not friends.
They are
They are
not
friends.
friends.
So it's only a matter of time before Director Callum was the target all along. Jack Brennan helps Valentine save Anna. Carly sees through the facade, the wall that is the WSB man, and the true heart of Jack Brennan underneath, and how he meant no harm with Jocelyn. He just made a foolish choice that he regrets to this day, which is why he's keeping her so safe with these basic ass assignments.
I don't think that Carly's going to be that forgiving. I don't think so.
Okay.
She's pretty. That she did the only thing she could do when it comes to being in his hotel room. Just pretending that she was bringing him some, unexpected afternoon delight.
You can't do that. I was going to shoot you, Carly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, no. Ryan needs to stay as Nathan and pair him with Lulu. Jeannie, are you crazy? Jeannie, what's in your coffee this morning? I want some. Jack Brandon, I think that we're beginning the I don't want to call it a redemption phase, but because he's always been kind of like, is he or isn't he? Now, and we're gonna really lean back into the. Remember how Jack originally, when he was all Australian and stuff, and he came back to the show and he's like, oh, I'm not so bad after all, I was doing all these things for the righteousness. We're gonna get back to that, Jack.
Well, maybe we will.
That's what I think. Whether or not Carly forgives him
stop,
quickly, that's a completely different conversation.
But he needs to stop recruiting young Port Charles adults into dangerous. Go find some other kiddos out there somewhere.
Go recruit from Landview.
Exactly.
No.
A whole commune of people underneath Lantano Mountain.
I know. There's a whole village. A whole village. Hello, Krista. Let's see. Babies over 40, yes. But now the soaps are giving babies to women over 50. Well, Portia deserves babies. What can I say? And Jack is probably keeping Vaughn safe somewhere. Maybe Vaughn is on secret assignment to find Anna.
Maybe. There's a lot going on Spoon Island, that's for sure. There is a lot going on over there.
And you love it, and you can't wait for somebody to fall off the parapet because it's inevitable.
Yes!
You're going to be out there with the sconces and the torches. There's going to be one stormy night happening in Port Charles. Jason screaming, let her go now. And Sid was like, oh, you don't do it. Yeah. And the gun in the moonlight.
I mean, Jen's getting all fancy too. He upgraded the launch and everything. I think he even put a helicopter pad in.
That's what he wanted. That's what Ezra was pressing Laura for a couple of weeks ago. Was the helicopter pad. They got a whole lab underneath Spoon Island now, which makes sense. That's where you're going to put the secret lab. Get it out of the city.
It's halfway there already.
I know.
Oh, I can't wait for Liesl to get over there. Not the figment of Anna's imagination, but the real Liesl gets over there. I would love it.
Yeah. I would too. I want more Liesl. What can I say? She's got the big Faison connection too. I like how they had Anna hallucinate her. I think that was great. I think that was smart. And also, she was there to do the whole Britta Rocco stuff for that episode anyway.
And you know what? And she was a badass when it came to. She did go after what's his name, Pascal. She did go after him.
Yeah, wrestled after his gun, all sorts of different stuff.
Yeah.
She shot him.
Remember last week I said she just needs to attack him. She can take him. I know it.
But unfortunately, her rare blood cancer got in the way.
It did.
I forgot. I didn't even know she had it, folks. So this is I had to do some research.
I remember that storyline and all that.
Well, I didn't. I wasn't watching it at the time. Rare research being done by Matt from the Matt and Cat duo of the 10th Floor podcast. Super chats are open. Donate now. I had to look into it because I'm like, what is this, a lie? Is Anna lying about some sort of rare blood condition and try to get out? And so I had to look it up. And yes, they partnered with some sort of hospital. Some sort of Shriners Hospital type thing for an awareness day of rare diseases, and Anna wound up with a rare blood cancer.
Yes, and that's why she has to have lobotomies done.
And I had no flippin' clue. But hey, now I know.
And every once in a great while, they will have her be at the hospital, and she's talking to somebody else, but the reason why she's there is because she's,
getting her treatment. Hello, Tracy.
But that Pascal and those other people, all of them, they let her lie there and get sick. How could they not know that she's got this? They know she has this.
They wanted her to lie there and get sick so she'd be susceptible to their tinkering.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh boy.
It's diabolical, Mother. It's diabolical.
All of it on Spoon Island is going to be fantastic. All of it is.
I know that you're so excited for it. Instead of going to Greenland for a caper, we're going to do a Spoon Island caper.
Yeah, right here.
Right here, live in Port Charles, okay? In the spirit of Luke Spencer. And who knows, maybe they will sprinkle a little Luke Spencer in there. Nathan Varney said that stay tuned, it's coming up. our tribute to Luke coming up. They said that they're not only are they going to do a montage at the end of one of the episodes, but they're also working on the plot line, I guess, or whatever, that is going to be the remembrance to Luke's story, even though the character has already been long past.
They could really, if they're writing it, they're writing something for Cesar Faison in his death. Why not write something for Luke in his death as well?
Yeah. So I at least I believe that that's what's happening. And of course, so the writers did an interview. I'm sure the chat could be far more detailed than I can when it comes to what was said and what to expect. But yeah, they also talked about how they're working on all the memorials. All the memorials you've been waiting for, folks, the writers are working hard on. But remember, it took like 9 months to do Bobby. It took like a year to get to Tracy. So just be patient is going to be my recommendation.
Tracy. Monica.
Excuse me, Monica. But that's my recommendation is to be patient and let it come when it does.
Right. Hey, well, I wanted to talk about one more thing.
Yeah.
We did this week. Drew.
Yeah.
This week at the Quartermains was so good.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I have it right here. Tracy and Martin. I have Ned written down. I've got Olivia and her gun. There's all sorts of notes about this that we haven't even broached.
Oh, my gosh. Wasn't it so good?
It was. I like gun-toting Olivia, even if it was unloaded. I enjoy. I think it's good. I think it's great. We got the revelation, folks, that Drew walked away from Ned's heart attack. You've been asking. The show gave it to you. Gotta wait for that great dramatic moment to let it drop. You can't do it right away.
Oh, and I love that it was in the foyer and all of them that were there.
All of a sudden, it wants that Drew, that conniving B-word.
Well, Dante wasn't there, huh?
Nope.
I wonder if Olivia would have went up there and got that shotgun if Dante had been home for that.
Mom!
Exactly.
Turn your back, son. You don't need to see this. It also gave us, though, folks. It also gave us, because again, decision. This is the theme of the week. Decisions have been made. I don't think we're going to find the Brooklyn Chase split after all. I think it's going to see the light before all of that happens. We're going to have a lovely reunion, and it's based off of the fact that he's still a Quartermain. He's still out there in the foyer being like, well, I'm suspended and you're trespassing. So what am I going to do about this, huh?
Yeah.
He's still doing that, right?
Yes.
And so I think that they're going to be A-okay in the end. He's going to see the light. He's going to realize in Brooklyn, and, because sometimes love has to win. And I think Chase and Brooklyn have a great connection.
And he is going to find out that Willow has been manipulating his friendship.
Yes, and he's going to see himself for the fool he is, and he's going to apologize so profusely, and he's not going to have stepped out on the romance. I think that we're going to get that heartwarming reunion, because why not with these two? Why not? It's Chase and Brooklyn.
I know.
It's like they're just softies. They're old softies for each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we like to see them together. Hello for Linda. Linda subscribed. Thank you very much. There's this tone that's just very distracting that I get that you don't hear. And I'm saying thank you for the subscription, Linda. Anyway, excuse me. So I think that's going to be A-okay in the end. I think they're going to have that lovely reunion. I think we might even shed a tear at how heartfelt he is and how sorry he was for being a stupid idiot. And he's going to say about himself all of the stuff that we've been saying about him online and as fans. Because we all see it. We all know it. The writers do as well. They're not stupid. He's going to be like, I was a fool. I was an idiot. I was raked over the coals. I let my previous love for her. She married me because I was dying and I forgot about that. Like all types of crap that we've been talking about Chase. He's going to say about himself. And I can't wait.
Yeah.
Kelly also thought Olivia with the gun was
the only thing that would have made that just a little bit sweeter is if Tracy should have slapped him.
You just need the soap violence.
I know it.
Hasn't Drew already received enough soap violence, Ma?
No.
He needs more.
I don't want anybody else to shoot him.
He's been
However,
shot.
though, I did want Aunt Tracy to just knock the tar out of it. That's all.
Like for the people who are like, Drew gets away with everything. He's been shot. He's been drugged. He's been humiliated. He didn't get the crypt. The only thing that he has really won so far is an election.
Yeah.
Oh, Chase deserved better. Oh well. Oh well.
Yeah.
We also got to talk about our cover people because I didn't use Willow as the cover because I used her as the cover last week and I can't double it up too much otherwise the channel's boring looking.
Okay.
I used Martin and Tracy giving each other old handshake.
Yeah.
Telling finally getting to a truce.
Finally.
Maybe Martin is going to stop trying to pull stuff on the Quartermains.
Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Because
Is this the last one?
His baby sister is the connecting factor between he and Tracy. They're going to get along for the sake of Laura.
And if he steps out of line one more time, it won't matter how much she loves his baby sister.
Mm-mm.
Because she will come after him with the fiery fires of Satan in hell.
Yeah, because she's done with his nonsense too. She's mad at him. She's mad at him.
She's like, all right,
better go.
this is literally
Better
your
straighten
last
up.
one. You know,
straighten up, my right.
Tracy's like, how I'm the kooky old lady who has mean things to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't actually want to push it to the point where I'm not the kooky old lady who just has mean things to say.
Okay. Exactly.
So this is your last one, Martin. This is your last one. Okay.
This is your last chance.
I can't say nothing because it's gonna blow heat on Ronnie, and I don't want that.
Right.
And I'm not gonna do anything about this one because you were working for Drew, and I can sort of understand that. No more though, Martin. No more. No. More. We'll see. Mom, but what do you think? What do you think about Laura, Mother? I have to ask you about Laura. She's looking a little disheveled recently.
You think so?
I think so. I think it's starting to get to her.
I think she's very stressed out.
Yeah. I think again the show is great at subtleties, which is why it's one of the best ones. Because they are finding a way to kind of tuck little things in here or there, just underneath the spotlight, keep it interesting.
And I think she's also very heartbroken right now because Kevin and Ace had to be sent
I'm
away.
all alone.
No, so I think there's that too.
In my 3-bedroom apartment.
And she's also afraid of Sidwell.
Oh,
she really is.
She should be. As she should be. The only person that can keep her possibly safe is Joey Armstrong. I mean, Sonny Corinthos. Hey, don't worry, Laura. I keep you safe. Don't worry. You can just live in the warehouse. God, it's 24/7. Does he even have the warehouses anymore since he sold the pier? I don't know.
No, because the warehouses were on the piers.
So what is he doing for his coffee? Is he paying Sidwell to import his coffee?
Oh, gosh.
See, there's too many details. Too many details.
I'm sure that's not the only location he has. Sure, maybe it's not on a pier anymore, but it's somewhere. All his dealings.
It's so funny too, because the way that the docks are depicted is like this very old timey 1930s style wooden docks where these massive vessels come in, and then your crew, 120 strong, strapping young men, come and unload all the boxes off of it, right? Folks, if you've ever passed by if you ever been passed by a port, you know that it's straight out of Star Wars.
Yes.
Okay? It's some high-duty, heavy machinery dotted along concrete piers and giant vessels filled with hundreds of containers coming in and out all day long. Heavy automation.
Is enormous. And it's got all those things that look like, Star Wars.
Heavy automation, cranes, this sort of stuff, all kinds of driving cars all around. It's not as depicted as we see in General Hospital. So I guess there is plenty of room for the coffee warehouse. There's plenty of room for the coffee warehouse as well as Jen Sidwell's diamond warehouse, I guess. So maybe I'm asking for details.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I think Laura's cracking a little under the pressure, and will be the right way to introduce memories of Luke, says Shauna. Sonny will be her protector and rock, but also a great way for Lucky to come back. Oh, that might be interesting. I guess if we're doing an Anthony Geary Luke memorial story, if that's I don't know, I'm not writing the show, but if we do get one of those, some story inspired by Luke, I guess it would make perfect sense for them to invite Jonathan Jackson for it.
Sure.
Just because he might have been...
And it would make sense for it not to be like a return again of him for trying to stay for a year, but
Yeah.
for a month.
Even if he was creatively dissatisfied with his most recent return, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's like, oh, well, that's done for me forever, right?
No, it's not.
It showed interest.
And I know that Jonathan has great, great affection for Tony Geary.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe everything will be aligned for a proper Lucky story, and not one of these I'm sitting on Elizabeth's couch things.
No.
Yeah, yeah. That was
Yeah,
just super
sometimes,
unfortunate.
sometimes General Hospital soils the sheets, and they did on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I, sometimes you have an opportunity that you're not planned for. Jonathan Jackson expressed interest. We got a little bit of money in the budget because we just made some, Heather Weber just hooked some people or whatever it is, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's make this, let's figure this out. Let's make this happen. Lucky Returns General Hospital, that could be a great opportunity for something awesome. But it was thrust upon them. They didn't think about it. They didn't have plans for it. It was something that just kind of developed, and they said, yeah, let's go for it. And, they struggled. They struggled to work him into it.
They did.
That doesn't mean they couldn't.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I'm not back there. I really can't speak to exactly what led to the decisions being made. I'm sure nobody made a decision that was like, this is going to be the wrong one. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
I do.
Anyway.
Well, a side benefit for the 10th floor was last time when we went to the General Hospital fan event,
Yeah.
he was there.
Yeah.
We had an opportunity to meet Jonathan,
Yes.
and he is so cute in
I
person.
met Tuck Everlasting himself.
Yes, he was so cute, and he was so nice.
He was very nice and
Very
and
engaging.
committed to it, and they released the dates for next year's General Hospital fan club thing.
I saw.
We had somebody who we met there last year reach out to us, being like, "Are you coming back? Let's have lunch." I guess they like us. Thank you so much. I'll look up your name so I can say it properly next week. I apologize for not remembering it now.
I actually saw that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll call it out next week. Thanks for listening and hanging out, and we're gonna get drunk. We're gonna hit the bars. All right, that's what we're gonna do. All right.
So when is that, Matt? I believe it's
Next year, I don't know. Or this coming year, I don't know. I don't know exactly. It's like toward the end of summer.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
like
think it
June,
was like
July, August.
June 30,
Yeah.
July 1, 2. I don't know.
I think it's at a different time than it was last year. Wasn't last year a little later in the year? It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Oh, and
matter.
they're changing the location too. It's a different hotel.
Whatever. We're gonna go. We're gonna have a great time. That's all I can say. Donate to the channel. We'll be able to do more because it's a modular event. You have to pay for every little section.
Yeah.
And, the more we get to do, the more we get to tell you about and share pictures of. Maybe even have a secret special Zoom. Who knows?
Wouldn't that be?
Shauna's looking forward to the A-team that eventually breaks into Spoon Island.
I know it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic.
$320? August.
They could somewhat redeem the character of Drew by making him part of the A team.
Bum, 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 bum.
No, that he sees just how awful this whole thing is.
There's room for a potential there because this week they were like, is Drew really necessary? They were kind of like, is he really, like, is this guy actually somebody that can really actually do anything for us, Sidwell? Or is he just some, like, schlub politician who's constantly in some sort of scandal, bro? Like,
Yeah. And Sidwell and his boy, Marco, they will just deem someone expendable pretty quick. Bam.
done.
Done
Burbank,
with
next to the airport. Thank you very much, Jeannie, for the details. Closer to the house, closer to my place.
It's in Burbank.
Burbank, closer to next to the airport. So pretty much, they might be just going to the GH Convention Hotel.
They are, Mom. Mom.
Mom.
Why did I say Mom? That was weird.
Because you're my mom, and she's a watching.
That was weird. I don't know.
Because you're my mother, and Granny hangs out with us still every single week. You just can't see her behind me anymore, but she's watching me, and maybe she was just hanging out.
Well,
There you go.
I think she does sometimes, I tell
There
you.
you go. That's why. So, yeah. Oh, okay. So they're going to the convention hall. Perfect.
That is so much closer to your house.
So much closer and a better venue for such a thing.
I think so too.
I mean, the hotel was fine, but also like weird.
Yeah.
Because here, because we've been there. We don't need to explain it to the people who haven't been, but there's plenty of room for them to spread out and do their tables. And it's not going to be, well, there's some in the room and there's some in the hallway and there's some around this corner. It's going to be all right there.
It will be better. It will be better. They're going to start selling tickets for that in the next few weeks. I
Yeah.
don't remember exactly the date, but it's coming up very soon.
It is the fan club event, UDAC. It is the fan club event.
Yes.
So yeah, it's coming up, I guess, August. August is when Jeannie says it. So, hey. Folks, if you can come out to California and come hang out with us in Burbank, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
We have
we had a good time.
met so many people at these events, and we've met people that, that know us from the podcast. It's very fun to actually get to
And
meet.
honestly,
when we
folks,
talk to you guys every week.
and also when it comes to this particular fan club thing, like you can get the little, oh well, and then you can hang out with just Mara and Cynthia. Oh, I can just hang out with Swicky and Amanda. Like those are neat. Those are fun. Little Q&As, those are neat. Those are fun. Honestly though, all you need is the main event.
That's
The
true.
main event is a big Q&A cast. They all spread out. Then you can meet everybody. They're practically all day. You can pick the ones that you really want to see. When we went, there was plenty of time to meet everybody. It was all
There
day.
was.
It was all day.
They were saying too, I saw something on Facebook, I believe. They were saying that this venue is better because they had to take so much time before to flip the room,
They don't got to do that.
and they won't have to flip the room.
Yeah, yeah. So really the main event is where it's at. If that's all you can do, if that's all you want to do, you could still meet anybody that's there that you want to. And it's great. You get a little autograph, you get a little 2-minute conversation. There's not hardcore time limits, but also everybody's respectful to the fact that it's a full room of other people. So anyway, I encourage you, if you can, come.
If you
Do it.
can.
If you can. If you can't, don't sweat it. It's not something that's like, oh my God, my life is incomplete if I never do something like that. It's not that at all. It's not that at all.
But it sure is fun.
But it is a good time if you're able to do it. That's all I'm saying. Hello, Vita. If he had a heart, he wouldn't keep Scout away from her family. He's all about his own self-interests and what other people can do for him. This man wouldn't save a puppy. All about
No.
Drew. All about
No,
Drew.
they have done a great job of taking a hero character, which he was for a long time, a hero character, and turning him into a smarmy, self-centered politician. They have, boy, oh boy, they have convincingly done it.
Totally. Totally and completely, convincingly, completely, totally and completely done it. Totally, totally. We've only been chit-chatting for an hour and 2 minutes. We gotta squeeze another 15 minutes out at least. I just don't know what else to cover.
I don't either, Matt.
I
What
know.
else have we?
We done it. Well, I mean, we barely talked about. I mean, so here's the thing. Here on the 10th floor, we enjoy talking about things that interest us. If it doesn't interest us, it's hard for us to talk about it because I just don't think about it when it comes to the conversation. Like the jerseys. This whole tension with Rocco and Britta and Lulu and Nathan until it spills
Yeah.
into some sort of danger because of the Five Poppies thing and because Nathan's not who he is.
Right.
I don't give a crap.
The only part of that conversation I found, entertaining for me was I love that how they revisited how Britt said, but I really did think I was dying and you were there for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought I was gone.
That
I woke
is.
up.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a key detail. That is a very key detail in the Brit story. And it's good that
Yeah.
they spent the time to remind us and also to kind of get over that hurdle that Liesl and Brit had when Brit originally came back to town. It was a good move on their part, and it also reminds us that Britta at her britchiest is due to the stress and the fear of what it is that's going on in her life right now. And, she doesn't like Elizabeth or she doesn't like Lucas. I mean, there's a little bit there. But for the most part, the extreme that she shows in her behavior is due to the circumstance she's in, not the person she is.
right. Right. And she went throwing axes with Jason.
And had a good
I think he let her
time.
win, by the way.
Well, of course, Jason never misses. Even with explaining it, like, there's the real woman inside, the britchiness. Like, I still don't see why Jason wants to give her time of day, because he's Jason. He can give anybody time of day.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't really understand the attraction either. But and I've said it before, what makes her different is she just fawn over Jason like so many
And maybe
women
that's just the
have.
core of it. Maybe that just is. Maybe we've been talking about it so much week over week because that's the answer. Because she is just so different, you know?
Yeah,
No,
she's so different than,
but
women
not.
have really fawned over him and like just gazed into his eyes and like became hypnotized. And she doesn't do that.
Yeah. He
Doesn't do
totally
that.
let her win, says Allie. Yeah, totally. Totally. Yeah, I mean, so because she does, yeah, she doesn't fun. Oh, Jason. But I mean, and then you also, here's the thing. I know I criticize it, and I know I'm like, well, he's only here because of Britt, and it's because he's only here because of Brad. But Brad is also one of those characters that you can have a lot of fun with, like Spinelli,
Hmm.
because just the things they have him say don't work for anybody else. Going over the
No.
list of people that Jason is going to put in front of Britt, including Carly's ball of moss. There really is only
Yes.
a small handful, a small sprinkling of soap opera characters that can get away with saying something like that.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
Brad Cooper is one of them.
Yep. Goal boss, if it's
And
still there.
if it's still there. And also at the same time too, if you follow Perry Shin online, you know that he's like, he's very Brad-like when it comes to his like trolling people on the internet and doing little one-liney jokes here and there. And the
Yes, he's
Moss
got a
has
great
come
sense
up.
of humor.
He does. And the Moss has come up in his little banters and all that sort of stuff. And so it makes me wonder, was this scripted or was this Perry Shin just going off?
Perry Shin, you better take your butt to that fan club event this year.
We got to do business cards like crazy, Mom. We got to like
Yeah, we
stop being
do.
such freaking amateurs. We've almost been doing this for 7 years close.
I know. I know. You know what? Procrastination. That's part of it right
I, you
there.
know, you know, it's yeah. But it's funny because for something that we do week and week and week and week and week and week over week without stopping,
Hmm.
it sure isn't always the thing I'm thinking about during my week either.
Well, no, we know got to live our own
We
life,
sure do.
Spanky.
We sure do. We do. We do. We do. Allie doesn't like Brad anymore, but there's a lot of reasons to not like Brad. There was a long time, Allie. If you go into the history of the podcasts, especially the audio ones that you can find on Podbean, I wanted this man to jump off the hospital. I
He
said so.
did.
I said
Matt
so.
did. Matt was
Back in
like,
the
you know
audio
what?
era, I'm like, I can't wait for Perry Shin's
Oh,
character
Brad
of
Cooper
Brad
just needs
Cooper
to
to jump
jump
off the
off the
hospital.
roof.
This Wiley kidnapping, this whole Nell situation, this whole thing of keeping the secret from Lucas and da 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 da. Oh God, I can't stand him. I'm with you, Allie. I'm with
Hmm.
you.
I do remember that.
Jeannie says it was funny with the moss, and I agree.
It was.
Allie is very curious to know what's going on with Nathan. Allie, I know that this might be your first time. This is at least your first time heavily interacting with the chat, and I'm happy that you're here, Allie. But go into the
Yeah.
history. We talk
The
about it too.
elevator's net has infinite space.
Just wait, Allie. Just wait until you see that Nathan is really Peter Faison.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking there's got to be some craziness. It's just a crazy storyline to begin with. All of it's
He's
crazy.
totally a bad guy. He's totally working for Sidwell. He's totally five poppies. Britt totally knows it, has been keeping it a big old secret.
And maybe that's part of the reason why Anna's in the freaking dungeon is because she let him die and just like that. You didn't buy.
I can't
You
let
didn't
Anna
buy.
know. She's going to smell the Peter on me.
Oh
She'll know.
my goodness.
She will know. Where's Outback? Lishan wants to know. Outback was locked outside of Emma and Gio's bedroom for the night. Outback was very unhappy to be sleeping in the hallway rather than in the dog bed that's usually at the foot. But
Outback
Gio
is
and Emma were busy.
Outback is hanging out at the stables. He don't live with her no
Oh
more.
yeah, Outback curls up with the horses.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. Britt, Nathan, Sidwell, and Pascal are all connected.
Absolutely.
And Callum, director Callum.
Yeah.
Um,
And Matt thinks that's the sea.
Yes.
Right, Matt?
Yes. Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
all
I
the
said so
notes it
before.
needs to
Yeah.
be.
As I said before we hit the on air button. Of course, Callum's the C.
Yeah,
Why else would they
Callum
call
is
him
the C.
Callum? And then let's not also forget that that Ezra has also been tied up in this, as well as Drew, separately and independently from one another. They've been tied up by Jen Sidwell.
I think Ezra will wind up dying.
I like the portrayal of Ezra. Ezra, the character, has a high potential of dying.
No, I really enjoy that when Laura insults him and gives him a zinger. I always love it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I see. I think he's going to be a casualty of Spoon Island, Ezra.
Oh yes, Allie agrees with previous podcasts that that she hasn't seen that they won't reveal anything until Maxie comes back when it comes to the Nathan situation. But folks, I have great news for you. It's nothing that I've read. It's nothing that I've seen. It's nothing that's been confirmed anywhere that I've been exposed to. Don't come here for the news. I'm not back there. I don't know these people. But with all of that said, we can't keep the name of Maxie out of our mouths, can we?
No,
Maxie,
and that
Maxie,
is
Maxie, 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 and Maxie, Maxie, yeah, I hope Maxie's gonna be okay with me punishing her. I hope Maxie's gonna be okay with us being friends. I hope Maxie, 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 Maxie. She's coming back in weeks, folks. Just give it a minute. She's on her way back.
is
She
coming
has to be.
back.
Maxie,
That is
Maxie,
one
Maxie.
thing. That is one thing with General Hospital. You need to put a character in several people's mouths. They are on their way back.
Maxie, Maxie, Maxie. Felicia's talking about Maxie. Nathan's talking about Maxie. Lulu's talking about Maxie. James is talking about Maxie. Cody's talking about Maxie. Everybody's talking about Maxie.
Yeah. And Maxie's going to be pissed because I think before she has a chance to get back, Lulu's going to kiss Nathan.
And she's going to walk in and be like, "Huh, Nathan's back. Well, I'm glad that he's found love because I found it with Spinelli." I'm glad they addressed C, even though they never addressed Pikeman. Pikeman was never real. They addressed it. He was a fakeman. Pikeman was a fakeman created by Jack Brennan and Valentine and one other dude that had died at some point when he was on a slab at General Hospital. I don't remember his name, but he was some WSB guy. Leading into the fact that Anna accidentally shot Charlotte because that guy was behind it all. The three of them were Pikeman.
Pikeman was one long, drawn out, boring story
And then C.
with no freaking real conclusion.
While the show also has not hardcore confirmed that Callum is C. Who else could it be?
That's true. Because it's not Cesar because his brain is in a jar. It could be someone that thinks they're Cesar. We don't know. Gonna have to keep on watching, and that's what I'm gonna do for sure.
Oh yes, I liked it when
You know,
Libby-
Anna's gonna start feeling. You know, Anna's gonna start feeling better and strong now that she got her treatment. She's gonna start feeling better and
But they're
strong.
also they're double dosing. They're not just treating her though. They're also giving her loony juice.
That's true. That's
So
true.
she's gonna be physically healthy but mentally unwell.
That's true. Oh man, poor Anna. She needs a Valentine to find her.
Jeannie says that Kirsten's surgery is on hold. Last she posted, I don't know any details about anything. I just know that they can't keep talking about Maxie, and that's usually an indication from the show that they're planning to bring the character in. Now, maybe I don't know. I could spin all day. I could be like, oh well, Kirsten starting seeing that this has been delayed is going to come and do a few weeks of shooting and then go back to the fresh air of Georgia.
Tennessee. She
Tennessee.
lives in Tennessee.
We go back to the fresh air of Tennessee after doing some Maxie stuff. I can totally see that being a possibility, and then go into recovery as planned. I don't know. Please don't ask me. Please don't even ever accuse me of saying that I know, because I don't.
No, we have somewhat predictions sometimes, but we don't know nothing. And we've been wrong.
Yeah,
Many
yeah.
times.
Oh yes, we've been terribly
wrong before.
We've been horribly wrong.
We thought Danny got blew up in the explosion of the
did.
floating rib
We
years
did.
ago.
And it wasn't. It was Dev. It was Dev and
It was
Dustin.
Dev.
Dev
It
and
was
Dustin
Dev.
after
And
all.
Sonny was like, me.
Yes, go get some milk. Classic throwback jokes to people who've been listening for years and years.
Hmm.
All right, I think we stretched long enough. I hope everybody enjoys it when we run out of stuff to talk about. We just, get silly. I know not everybody does, but I know some people do. So come
Yeah,
get
some
whatever
people
we're going to
do.
offer you this week.
Yep. I need to get some nutrition. That's what I need to do in between shows.
All right, well, let's let it go. Let it go. Let's not hold it back anymore. Let's let it go. Let it go.
Okay. Let it go. Let it go.
Disney's
Yeah.
going to sue us. Jeannie, we don't do rumors either. All right? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to comment and I'm going to tell you what I think. And you are going to clearly know that these are only my thoughts, backed up with absolutely no facts or figures.
No.
But yeah, we're going to go. We're going to...
And a lot of you know this. We're not spoiler diggers.
No, we don't do heavy Reese. I'm not subscribed to a single newsletter.
We don't do spoiler dig. We don't dig around for the
Don't dig
spoilers.
around. Like, really,
We
the big
don't-
spoilers are thrust upon us. Like the big Days of Our Lives spoilers we're going to get into in an hour.
Yeah. I mean, some things you can't help but find out, but we never do that. We don't really try to do that. And I enjoy my soap opera better if I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I just enjoy as a viewer, I just enjoy it
Why
more.
not go for the ride they intend you to take?
Yeah. As a viewer, I just rather not. And I just enjoy the show more if I'm like, don't know every little beat that's going to happen.
Plus, I find, too, that the spoilers that you do hear are like 75% true with a little bit of dirt on top of them. Where they're almost accurate, but not quite. Not quite.
Right.
Not quite. So, anyway, with all of that said, go spend some time with your families, of course.
Yes.
And, subscribe to the channel and like the video and donate to it and send us all your money. All of it.
Well, save a little for yourself.
Pay your rent and then send me the rest. Then send me the rest. The PG&E can wait. That's the electric company. Anyway, folks, that's it. Let's get back into the elevator. Go back down to the first floor. Get into the parking garage, climb into your cars, and tune your radios to previous episodes of the 10th floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you can't find it on your favorite podcasting platform, reach out to us on social media at 10th floor GH, and I will show you the way. Like the video if you
Don't drive by Michael's house because you could get accused of something.
Totally. Like the video if you had a good time. Subscribe to the channel if you want some more. And we will be back in an hour to talk about Days of Our Lives and Beyond the Gates. So if you're fans of those shows or just want to keep talking about soaps in general, come on back then. Yeah. And we'll talk about Anita, and we'll talk about Danny, we'll talk about the Duprees, and we'll talk about the Bradys, and we'll talk about the Hortons, and we're going to talk about Crazy Sophia.
We are.
And of course, the big cast changes that are coming to Days of Our Lives in a year.
Yeah, right?
So stay tuned for that. We'll see you then. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
Go spend some time with your families.